natala pour ka programme ni nati mi alon ko nga kere kere la nga di mola mi alon ko dron wala Brikama Sports Committee la president bati min kata Mr. Lamin Dembajang comme albaje kan nasdino ni nyatu no nyami Mr. Dembajang ben fe janne box pa ni so manda pour kaje fonko nase kacha so to kola mi alon ko lebe dending football ni tamandiro la surtout nana da Brikama Sports Committee to kamal nde fe fonke la drombe silo ni ndila na luntam bala ntafu la luntam bari ate manke luntam to jang anymore mbe silo ni ndila Mr. Dembajang na dronga ni jibela le nyo kontong janim be dunna programme ni fonko Mr. Dembajang, you're most welcome.
Thank you very much. Baraka bake be LSTV konton na bake. I'm happy. Pour aller ni wato men din pour aller na jam pour aller ni kacha. La jibe ral fanang be mobe konton na ni somandala. Ala baraka bake.
Baraka bake katin to bake dron kajay once again Mr. Dembajang. First kadum kacha ni kono dron bari time on tata bake ko mole talantang sign 11 o'clock from hospital. First in brief afu mole jamalem Lamin Dembajang.
Okay pa baraka wo nyinin karola Lamin Dembajang mu mole me yalon ko be sirin Brikama la bara awuluta ni jarale mente jel ngana karamo be ko jele to fo ngana senior secondary school bang wala to precisely I was born in Jara Jifin, Jara West. Did my primary school in Kaif Primary School. I went to Tahir Ahmadiyya Muslim High School. I completed in 1996 my GCE O level. After completing the GCO level, I came to Brikama precisely June on the 11th, 1998, when the World Cup was playing in France. I still remember that particular day. That was the day Nigeria played against Spain. Sunday Olisi scored that volley.
You can vividly remember.
I vividly remember that. That was the first day I came to Brikama. Since that day, I was in Brikama, even though I traveled out of the country and come back. But I was part and parcel of Brikama. From there, I proceeded to GTTI, where I did my AAT, Association of Accounting Technicians, which I completed in 2002. I started my employment career in September 2002. During that employment, I did my ACCA, completed in June, qualified as a chartered accountant in December 2009. I've also done some courses along the line while also working. I did my personal MBA with Pan-African National Institute in Ghana. I also did another course in Certified Chartered Corporate Finance Specialist. I did that one last year before last with South African Institute, which I completed. I'm currently working with Vista Bank as the Chief Financial Officer, but before Vista Bank I work at PKF, that's an international audit firm. I spent 13 years at PKF as an external auditor. I moved to Elton Oil Gambia as head of internal audit. For 1 year, I moved to Standard Chartered Bank as Performance and Financial Reporting Officer. I spent 4 years at Standard Chartered Bank. I left Standard Chartered Bank in August 2018. Proceeded to Vista Bank Gambia Limited as Chief Financial Officer. That's where I am currently.
Great biography. Before even a football administration in Brikama, you must have had some footballs, maybe you can football in one of the clubs in Brikama. Not a football or Kelajani been a football administrations. Club Jumal let me play a role before being into football administration in
Brikama. Yes, I play football, but not in Brikama particularly. Brikama kai kabren nata jangamra I entered the football administration or sports administration or economy. My football career was when I was in senior secondary school. I played some Nawetan games at village level, and I also played district level in Jara, precisely Jara West, Soma Nawetanor. I played 2 years Nawetan there. But when I came to Brikama, I did not play for any Nawetan team in Brikama. I think I went straight into football administration. I started my football administration with Jaliba United, still currently in the Nawetan.
That's what?
As I was there as a member, then I moved on to be a team representative. From there, I was also the deputy chairman of board chairman of Jaliba United for 3 years before I became part of Brikama Sports Committee. I started my career at Brikama Sports Committee as a first vice president when Caroline Jada came into office as a president. I was his first vice president. After Caroline, there was an interim committee that came, led by Hassan Dabo. Then after Hassan, Victor Sambu came in as the president. I was also fortunate to come back again as the first vice president for Victor Sambo.
And you are talking to the people of Brikama.
I'm
Maybe
talking to
some
them.
of them might not be able to understand English language.
Yes.
We can interchange.
Okay.
Abaraka
for that interjection. I think même fo kam dorong comme ça en ñini kam men nata football administration ko no nyaade le Brikama. Mbe wala explain kan dorong comme te benu jali bale as a board member, then inatanke board vice chair at Jaliba United for 3 years. Then Nataka Jaliba Fanana team representative team during Basiru Bajolo time. The wala kono dron kabrim Basiru Bodaje Karalan Nata Purkaka president. Natan Tombom Purkaka Karalan vice president. After 2 years Karalan Bodaje Hassan Dabo Nata pro interim committee member. Hassan Fana 2 years like kabring Hassan Bodaje. Nata Victor Sambu le select akata president inata defana murna nan ko de kanke Victor la vice president Victor be jël for 4 years mba akoto pour as a vice president kabrim Victor bota jëlé natan tom bom pour kanke vice president do wala ko no bi hande bimbe nada kabrim Victor bota jël nada ko president to hande bimbe wala ko no te.
You served the Brikama Sports Committee extensively, then you were the president. First munay hamo nyen dundi ko no pour kaje ko to vie for that position pour ka Brikama Sports Committee nyaton kaya.
Yeah, baraka bake nalango society hada mane unite ba kono you yourself you are in two parts. E karado mu fangolete bare karado fanam mu society no do kono adin ite nyanna wo society safla le sano nyawnyere ni nyama adin ni wo society fanan sulatela e manyam balanne bulu nalango defanam fangola kano football la because comme ça nga fo ñam nana football play la ma play Brikama do bare na sino secondary school time do be jara nga
o time jara ko ke ko man ñadi
normally to comme ça yalla ñame daro mo be kan kuma di Dembajang I think Lamin kam mabole so it was only Dembajang yes so be wala ñama kabre kili do futa dam madaro aya tara dafa nan aben ko no pour lafta contributor dans football bare kabre dafa nga ma keno daro naje ko menne lafta kala dum wol sura da pour ye mare la kuwala there is no way out fo mare fana fintina ye woke adu ngaje ko fanan signa do man ningo men contribute no na time auto nyen na wodi lelale hanna tara mande resources so ba time auto nin na londo to do man ningo men keno nyen na wodi lelale wala tinna fana mang hesitate ko daga ko batum nsi men keno do ngaw keje wala na kabren karal na wato si da do select wala do mamur ko ma jibe do ko ba no la adu kabren Victor fana na ta do kuma futa dam ko lafta nyine la pour ye na nyendo naje ko still hanbi na sabi so molbe sulare ngala woto mo ran njelo ko
mo sa fo time Victor la wato nyim bantal
Victor bo bala je wato na Victor la fo yeso bantale he has the chance ni soto la pour ka murna ko de for a second time but I mendi for the wala men ko kabringa nata I promise you deal ko at the second time la woto kabrala first time on bandal I attend ko hanbi wo kango nyanga mendi ba timmande la ado amanda murana so woto mola mo ngan kangolo fay nyokam nda mal kachata nata kambe nyindo ko woto na hanbe Dembajang murna yam makoy
itata election la fay monta election was it
fortunately mang election ke kachal le kada kabren kambe ngo nyin kada doron na nana executive o nyin tombo ngamara 25 people mo benata executive ko non na man ke the media officer the election o manke position to je wonata ke Brikama fango kanjam fote baro ning election of the dawren no katara ño sabola keda bara ñin do man na ka ño sabata man na ño saba fenna je fo media officer dab malam akata wolto kambe mo sewo warta Brikama ko kamba
at the time many of the people in Brikama around Brikama will tell you ko maybe ndol nga fil ko Brikama ñanta ñaato tami so le ma wo so auto al nga Dembajang nati nga keje at the time fo ya fil ko kodol bi jele mi yalon ko wol man soto Brikama wala wol ñanta kele manke nata da ko tinata wol mu kulete mi yalon ko sekeno at the time.
Okay, ndeta fala ko kodol kata kodol man mira nyanna nala wol man soto bare mbajala ko nim president men be tambeta momoro nim be katolake adon la kato nyim manke da mala katote nin ko mankol men be je wol be la nyoka development of mandia sako men nata nin association of men community le dentala be ka falen talemo bare nin nata ngaje ko saya alengan sembo nina londo lo kafu nyoma na nyato ta haima ngake o contribution no saya kaje mo ko do ya bakale ni president ko jibe men tambira jam mo moron ni abe fenne kata jam ada be fenne ke jam yo bar hadamadi ya fa be o nyamala be men soto say kanyina wala le kala fi nyaato la e ka dolle jibe men be nyaato yo wotu mo to nyaabe damen fanam be hamere ngina la ko nga ko dol ke kabirin taminala nga je ko men tambita nyanna ko la nyanna tambila wala yo wotu mo la nata je ko woto say mo moron ni nata te nyanna dole ke la men bota je wo mam menke wo hay ma ya rol soto la kabirin tol minala adum hani bimbe wo kon dol kon dinga men soto jututa wala la fitala pour nga ñaato tadoje men yalla ko wolu man soto folo
Musa for Koilan was a smooth sailing. Bari aketa feneti mi alon no command that robust campaigning and kwano at the time. Ka for okay Dembajang ning karle be contest ang suwal ngata campaign la for Dembajang wala dole ta campaign la kari. Janni bina as president of Brikama Sports Committee. There were promises mi alon ko yadi Brikama ko la communal e carte fay nata as president. Mul mu kulete mi alon ko janni na wato be wonambe wokala Brikama ko le.
Ya fa nyame wo akata wala nyama manta la campaign la manta moya ka fo ko mo promise la nyina nata me nyina kala manta kabila wala manta sate ka fo ko nali nata be nyina kala bari nga nyine tandi la ko la fita men nin tol nata be kukulin da mala na la wala ko bajala ko Brikama Sports Committee la problème mo ku fula la wala structural development box ba pour ka pavilion lo jam men yalla ko kanala je ka kodojo e ka footballo jibe wala nyanto la security na safety mun na ko o be kala na haajo la fulan jango wala mo Brikama United men yalla ko especially the male team men yalla ko be fourth division ila Brikama United ka kodo Brikama Sports Committee ka kodo men be bonde wala ka 75% beta ne ya ka kemote taworo lan lulo be abekata be Brikama United ko wodo islam do wol lonne nole fango nyaadi le janni baaje la kon to do bala office ngaaje ko han natare man do fango teng bari tallulo mo be fanam fango so generate no from outside sources ayata ko ten lola Brikama Sports Committee kam be baaje la ko timol mem fanay ka play jan na wotano ko no wolu fanam fango nyan na fen so de nyan do to Brikama Sports Committee bulu pour fay moro kan na wala promiso di mo la kaje ko wobe kala na katote adum bela filale na woke
at the time of course ñul be mo kulete mi alon koy muno xamen ko of course ni bina kan as president e xamen ko so la pour kaje comme yenyum fulol mi fo pour kaje structural development ka pavilion lo ñil lo jang ani also fana Brikama Sport what Brikama United mi alon ko ya fo comme to like 75% of the revenue from consume. Were you aware of the task lying ahead of you at the time pour kaje ko ñul mo kulete mi alon ko jandina tamo be banna ñanda kato be kala pour kaje ngani lo ndi mo fula siro
pa no kalam talama bara nga koy ko kabrin karal nan nata ndala mala fo vice president just before nganala as president intel mo victor fana na vice president ngala na already do ko membe nyati dum la because nana ta ko na lo no mankati de president da mala be nyata je dum karal na wato na ku jamala taje victor fana na wato mbako to as a vice president fana nga ku jamala ta wala nga initiative jamala na initiative jamala ta nyoka me ala fom fotata janni minala as a president so what mo at kabrim minala dron already ngal ne ko do ko membe mbula manke do ko chakana de do ko membe la kolata la bar butum ni nga kambe so ton namolo ning inte fanam fangola miro nin londo to lafta menna do kato nyin kala kaje ko ngawul ma fano
almost coming to the third year of your first term and ila hamin ko moment pour kaje ka structure in develop box ba mini stadium and in fanam Brikama United came no dino mo fula singla were you able to attain this natara ko ma attain what were the major challenges currently
follow of course nyim follow ko in terms of structural development be jamfata o kono la ni akalamta kabren this year na no start do na kamol fay partner sol kam nata partner soto for the main pavilion me alon ko abeloren janno ay sanji jama ka jang kankaram fonta kam sa ko mo la sidula be na maneta bakal yo wolam ka sopti nan nin ka sop na agreement ni sign for advertisement pour ka pavilion ni ndada alhamdulillah ya pavilion ni this year ka brena to no stade pavilion ni koba pour ka fansol men kanala je ke tankande no tiloni jema wokata nata na pavilion ni fana na sidula ni fana famu dada yo bo on top of that fana na pavilion do soto jam me alon ko anana de data garaso mafang moya de da bara da in a very bad state le amam bete anam nata mun back to the same sponsor nyin kan kayata ndala ko lafita le pro nyin pavilion no yaade da koteke but say ni ba de dalam lafta man contractor nyi ta fana be fangole be contractor nyin talab be kama sports ya monitor ninga fama fa ni man man ta ko kadro alhamdulillah nata na song bare janani contractor nyin be pare la kambe ngo city la pour ay na do ko stade ataran dunta na weto no kono yo contractor nyin nata mo sama sita na weto no fa nambe kere ka ba do ko nyin dat lan nata fa ko hanne say bulolo fo je tala na weto no fa na bang isina na do ko nyin start yo alhamdulillah kabrin wakata doro contractor nyin na weto no banda doro nata na wol mama de ko nata la contractor nyin nata do ko nyin start bin sa for damin at least 45% of the work has been done. So adum be jigrin nyin nako o structure nyim be parallel and it will one of the best pavilions in the Brikama ministry. So ibe pavilion jellel lo kan wala the other pavilion de anin nyin do so meaning ko pavilion ni ba do meri no fit la ba lo no iba mu melo la faya Nataro Brikama Sports Committee currently they having a challenge. What are the major challenges that Brikama Sports Committee is currently serving on the Dembajang Stadium?
Brikama Sports Committee la major challenge I will tell you Pam Omo Brikama United male and female team bibi la pour que sponsor ñi ni wolé et la daily fares et la monthly salary income menjo ani la training materials ni la jerseys ni football material no football bourse is the major challenge for Brikama Sports Committee ni ajibe Brikama Sports Committee le tamu Brikama United. The community of Brikama and the surrounding town Brikama Sports Committee will tam Brikama United. But nga kodo mun be soto na wetano ton ka be du min team flo la kudu mboka fendi na wetan team wala bare ku killing wala mu bata data je the community's contribution to Brikama United down do yata bakala ni afo modo le sa fo ko hani na team also do jam individual le tamut but wolka la team sponsor ka bring at the beginning of the season to the end of the season buka bata mba fa lay ko ha o bekke no la ni Brikama team le jibe mba example de ne fortune jibe e greater tomorrow jibe o area de banyo jibe ma be few individuals le tamma man tambe mo sabal e kamen spena kunna is from their pocket. But nim profit strategy it goes back to whose pocket? The same individual. Brikama Sports Committee Jumalata. Brikama Kolata. Kodo spena kuna Jumalaka spend. Near Willie Jibe, Will would fuel his car and go to Basse to get the player. He will bring the player back. Samana. Na player new wife. Willie Bakari Jamme. Pasamba. Na miro to wala tamo team. Let's put it as an example. Near profit men so they put it in their pocket. Near return nada, they put it as part of for the team. Nim profit or they put it in their pocket. But Brikama tata wontening na molta wakeno. B nsi wuli jam ngata player no mofoni na samana na ngata ninga wafe Brikama la tamo ndo hayna fentala ji nga fentajo man nim Brikama ngol man tala wala hannata le manam ala ben kitinde la wala la woton te ko ma Brikama jibe how do we make it sustainable nin lafta challenge nim ban la Brikama Sports Committee kam alinga katan na 50% or 49% of Brikama wafe Brikama Sports Committee la 51% soto na 49% privatized bajala ko funding ni sai be talala Brikama Sports Committee kanda nim mo ba talala with an investor ning now to no plata banta before season start nim partner ni si la budgeting ke nim budgeting ke ngalon ko this is the amount that should be spent on Brikama United. Brikama Sports Committee la 51% of contribution of ben ya sika ya landi partner ni la 49% contribution sika ya landi the Brikama financial bajala ko na sustainability will come. Brikama Sports Committee fana nyanna menkala filo to ja ibo kala Brikama Sports Committee fana nyanna return na murunda back to the team fana obe shone hali bululo bajala ko bitala no nyato bare nimma woke fon kon be timo to la Brikama Sports Committee le bulu bitala be futala dulato committee le menale to timo finance no because ni hajen ko ta finance no la bi nata ta duta committee member sol le be bulo ke bulo la ji fo ko naka ko do bande bari fo wobe labanna la nin same man na mo so do me yalon ko way financial mosul soto la hanna tara bi fa ngom be damin to moteje me financial mosul soto ni mo man na la ba mo ne kala.
Was this ever put to the stakeholders during your congress or whatsoever? Not that it was ever put to them. What is mostly their reaction?
You see, you find that me alone come 4 months started Intelabi. Nindata and Cabrin and Comal, Cabrin Basiru Botaje can habla bila. You find that me alone Cabin don't kill Canada for Canada.
All in Brikama United,
Brikama United part of it, Yana privatized level. Nimbe kumo fola mnyoy pour nga tew nyafo nyoy abenya na privatize la ni ha privatize ma fa ko Brikama Sports Committee be lose la completely but nga part privatize but we will still hold majority shares ipaje la ko fondim fanam bina woldo say management of Brikama Sports Committee better between Brikama Sports Committee nin that partner le bulu that private partnership would be there, private public partnership would be there. Sai bajala ko me kuja ma keno lamle nole with that partnership then ka foka be Brikama Sports Committee le bulu Brikama community le tam but nana ta contribution no to min ka contribute dan ko deyal
ko do nyim fonka bo min dole Dembajang pour ka Brikama United finance both male and female the basketball and the volleyball team
ko do nyim ka Brikama Sports Committee le bulu
alka ko do soto nyadi
nka soto nawta no loto nin nawtan ko do banda saying the market fall back to each other. I will tell you this. No, teye president ko do la nyinin ka meno bota jang before te ye nyinin kay ka nya de la akaka wala nyama but the outsider membe sometimes buka wolong but ni ma fighting ngata lonna ada ni ma ko ni ma tem fana eta lonna ni wolum the reality on the ground sometimes ibuka tarajang Brikama United kanaka train jang moy barama jang ko dita mo bulu ntol be tata na do ko lalta sometimes enen ko den team manager na malka daraja team manager ka bulo wala jifo ko nay ko do bonda ya de wala sometimes bana ye passo men diala passo mansi apa bulo wala jifo ko na ya bonda ya de la ko do imagine Brikama United male team wala passo kata la 1400 1500 on a daily basis say ñunuka tilu woro wala la train karo kono or till let's say till war because maybe ni play to be same be fanyan a till war train in a week that's more than $7,000 to $9,000 a week. Multiply that by 4 weeks in a month, multiply that by 9 months you can play. That is only the daily fare. The material samato manala this year's being along with football boot a good one 3,500 minimum 300 the cheapest price is $3,000. You have to buy that for 30 players plus the 7 or 8 technicians. That's only the male team. Ila transport ni alhamdulillah this year ngaje ko Brikama la home game was here this first round no kono malon second round no be kala nyaden but if they have to go out away match sort of you still pay transport 3,500 ila camping fee manala $3,000 obu kala camping fee keno because ngalon ko marso fanan ko lata la tabir la nyum fanan ka complain so ni ñu be la ñoka approximately Brikama United alone the male team chop nothing less than 1.6 million dollars a month. Brikama's wage below the a month is $120,000. Yes, Brikama. Every month salary. I will not call it salary. It's an allowance, okay. Because a more less than 3,500 allowance in this country among the salaried. But near Olanyo can the 30 players plus technicians. The coach now technician is $120,000. Multiply by that by 9 months. That alone is $1 million.
So
salary man daily transport fare man.
So Brikama lafta kaje ko player ye enough salary soto and fanan kole improve. Inyanda mune kala pour kaje ko kole faleng Brikama Sports Committee and Brikama United.
Okay. Kabring nata no ngalam ko nana interview do so do ngaiten la konta. One of my tasks is to make Brikama United sustainable. Adi no start min tole wala min ko. Football fanan ye wato la soto. Diningol la football la soto. Diningol la ka football okay no diningol la fanan ka wafino. Wala ne ni Brikama United team jibe this year. Na keba jamala bonni je kabrin serum ko nyolto. This year ngalon kebal fi mo nyin kono. seni ni ngal boñole man tambe mo saba mo nanna nga dindi jamale nate because ngaje ko nyin dindi ngol la fanam isango be damin pour que wafi bantala fanam be sonne ala wolto ni wafi bantala fanam be fensoto la wolto ni nat nan at that age fanam before they turn 18 bela training compensation of fanam accumulated nyoka wolto samani nata banda the number of years men kebulu training compensation of fanam ka sia wala nyama before they turn 18 but in addition to near wife na ela solidarity compensation of fanam ka buy wala nyama so ba jala ko nyin this is the only way real ye mold dam mentor the previous years ikatala kala diningol dam malata from the provinces yes samana at the age of 16 17 18 so ka 3 years oto bulle jan before they turn 18 ni na nane wafi wo 3 years on nyina training compensation na solidarity compensation accumulate wala nyama akasia wala nyama so the return they get that hani mo klim mo fla wafi wo ka training compensation men soto woto in dollars wo ka buy wala nyama wala na real ka mol kala mol samano at a cheap in Eastern Europe but training compensation on ning will move to anywhere training compensation on ning kana wala nyama wala ke e mako no so that is the focus until fana menta kan science ngaje ko that's the only means to make Brikama United sustainable and alhamdulillah this year we were able to start with that next year again we'll see another recruitment added to what we have so that boys will name more than a chance to find the bandaro Brikama United will be entitled to such things so that sustainability would also come hanatara because mawajibe ko ubinya nakala sansan hani until the focus is 3-4 years 5 years time will nyana nalale ba la Brikama sustainable la wada mala nyama hanatara mankan tolla wato la but because timo ni mbeje won teje won bela tamo sama ngaje ni ngaje wo nyama daro wala ben dol fanam content
from me and any other outsider ninga from the outlook ninga jibe nka wala Brikama Sports Committee ka kodo min fon da masoro na wetano that should be able to take care of Brikama Sports Committee is this not the reality on the ground
no pa bafale ko manke fangote membe kere yalla ni na hote no jibe yaaje ko mol men ko du njang Brikama Sports Committee la ka kodo beta bu ko ko wote ning game of play ta jang organizing committee masul ka jola because organizing committee masul be kanala janne especially in 2 game la ba jamba 1 o'clock kanala janne from 1 o'clock ka tara janne for 7 game la preparation olo itulle ko lo bundato itulle ko dulado fanam suki mol yalla ko mol ka jompe damen nam ni itulle fanan ka mal commissioner so organizing committee members on fanan kana wolbe ka jola each one of them is pay $300 ni atara game fula la play ta jam referee men fanan kanal wol fanan ka jole baka ka free security men kanal paramilitary fanan ka jola baka ka free medic o the red cross men fanal wol fanan kanal wol fanan baka na free ka jol so ni wol be la jojibe ko men ka collect bundato wol nyimol be organizing committee referees medics the securities be la joka bo wala kono ninga botaje to men to taje Brikama Sports Committee nin team wol kanyin ko don nyin tala timo men player team nano men player nen 2 game lam adun ka ko do nyin tala nyaade le ka bo before last year ka tala 60-40 le Brikama Sports Committee ka 60% ta timo le 2020 ta bari nyinang ka bari tata na eje modo timo ko wodo yata le sahembe ko do nyin tala la babi non 50-50 25-25 ila follow ye même fang fo ko mbe kodo nyin talala before mbe expenditure bon la jeng ko mbanan ko kanne wote kala because expenditure mbele den tawala sa nga expenditure bonde je to men to taje nga wotala e ko sa sonna wala ba nimbe woto talala ba talala 50-50 la Brikama Sports comme 50 talala nyin do yow tala team flow tema 50-50 25-25 adum be son talala ko momoro nin kana Brikama jan nyinam be alon ko nyina nawto no mbete
baraka mun da ko non ito sembo wartale because atul wo manka no wala intention din wala lafta no 60 element le bar timo le sembo to da bari ko le tamatol yemma fo wala muto nyaado o timo le tamonte wato do be ni na le nyo sabadu la dola fale kan bula nyobolo bare fana la dola kanen ko hani wota kenola oto ni fana na la kanen fana si son wala nga soma wala bare yemma fo do to le sembo watande to le ngeje to le tamonte nimbi pareta e lafta nga boje me bola jelo e ko sisino mambete nyaadi sisino mambete am wala na nga muta nyamin ko nawtan sisino nin karam muy soron bota nyoko nundo karam mun ka soron kabrin junna nawtan no kaple janni be karam mo wala kada around October en
bar sayin kana mo soron da doya bakele jandimbe dunna naweta nokono akana la force July because na je ko jefe la calendar ye force July le di ko naweta no le start na le July August ka don September school o kayele la akatra ko naweta no be in the middle so in the middle nin kana molte don sayin buka mo soto filo because na je ko men kana football jibe most of them are teachers school going ages wolle kana la baka nin school started drum wol be buka nal say kaje ko nim mo do yata filo to o mu je tekins man soto o kam mol o kam batande bakala adi nyina wala katanna doftala na nawata no tema da men doro the fan base nyin talata baba kala ko do nyin man kasoto bundata bu kasoto je timol fango yo kalam dal sometimes nin nata ninga nyin expenditure bande je nata na ko do nyin tala 50 la timo don nim man kana ila 25% nya bu ka $100,000 so neo joro bajala ko do man kasoto bundata man sia.
You talk to some other people, they will still put the blame on Brikama Sports Committee ko wala elimination on nyin na period ni ka jampa bake musafu ka no etano nyin fon la period ta bake woka sabu school kata yele no etano nyin manta handula
omo to nyalete na elimination on nyin ka jam falen bar butum ne Brikama fanam fango jibe especially this year ne Brikama jibe mo jamala na play la jam because nga team also men ka register from Fonyi team also men ka register all the way from Katong nyoto be kana la pour ka play Brikama and sometimes pour que be dina ka kolel even though nga try la nyawo nyara ni nyama pour ka je ko ka stop to in such a manner that we have a required number na stop what ba jala consistent say terano nyam na elimination no nyimbam especially this year we put in mechanisms to do that but unfortunately menkata was kabrin year before last account nga men share at GT Bank mo dol bulle kabri to lama registration open dol borse tata kodo jo GT Bank but when actually tol nga men announce nga Vista Bank announce because why nga Vista Bank announce ko left monitor la adum Vista Bank account nyim nga meso soto be mo monitor ko nyam on a daily basis ba jibe kan team jolle a joje pour no to left require no moment na do ba close la so to Vista Bank close la wato man yara a couple of teams also paid at the GT Bank account mo wakalam ta fo kabring lu men nga timol ko man ko say al nga meeting ala proof of payment nada mo ning GT Bank account kodo nyen GT Bank receipt nyen nada say we have no option but to add them there this year when na timo sendi bakem bulla I hatara malaf wala but no one this year nga cap put already ko lafta nyin team car la bar budum kabri wol nada man na wol bayno because momo yalla kodo jo 2-3 weeks ago pour kana fo ga time be la ko do sende le mala katam fanam bulu nyamalote bar butum bande ko kam mom ba ko do nyin ko do ko na akola ta pour ka wol murin bar nyinan be la hedo di la ko we have our plan
okay
and as a keno ate siala wo nyama left membe kala sako kam blandi ku kono man la tala na memma
we will surely come to the late Suleiman Kuyate intercabilo tournament but before no etano be start la there were suggestions from people milia itani fanko Brikama Sports Committee nyanta night games ol nyin natila ila no etan wato and you spoke to some other people about like okay maybe this year ba start la because already they have the floodlights and also supportive lights me alon ko yaso Brikama box pa minister muna sabu man night games ol in nawetan nga night games ol in the late Suleiman Kuyate tournament
pa atonyala night game play night tournament play jan alhamdulillah barinka play light la light ka kurang la kata atama ne kurang ko na wekle sometimes now they are very unpredictable but alhamdulillah late Suleiman Kuyate tournament we send a request letter to NAWEC for them to give us that privilege we sent it to NAWEC management and it was facilitated by somebody who is also part and parcel of football in this country. Thank God he did very well for us and alhamdulillah now late Suleiman Kuyate tournament in play la fo nga bam fereng mang problem soto NAWEC la Karola halon ko kurang faade la at the final but that was our own fault that was not NAWEC honestly I will not blame NAWEC for that I myself I was around and I wasn't happy with that but alhamdulillah man na problem cause but such things many alongo should never had happened if people listened to advices but one way or the other ninja mabe nyokandoro sometimes na orientation on in cool mankeling for kodo like a model for number hanata they were advised prior to that ko amanya na kala bar wol don nata kala laptop lela na na no kono but one issue men that was even though lately man kuyata play la, but people complain about the brightness of the lights. Now I don't know the atala call atala man left more subject to that. But secondly also we put into consideration. Now don't know play water night, it's in the heat of when the place is so hot. More dependency on network is too high. And masingo fana ka kandela woto more network ka more network fana on and off kasia. Ni natana game play. Network na fa at a critical position. Ubena call fana call and la mol bulu ba kele. So wala na man na woto no nyim play what man na woto no nyim play pro night game wala. But yeah for nyam hani be plan all be on to ensure next year for whether we can put in now we can put in night games for the Nawetan. Bajalo ko new workata obe mako la pour kana time on talame. But other the plans will remember lad water all whether we're going to buy a standby generator or we'll hire it. Even this year we spoke to somebody to a level 4, nearly we agree. But because the guy is not that serious, not ala call kiss he's not that very much serious about it. But no one to know he was ready to rent a standby generator to us so that we can play a couple of games at night, and then over time the strain men come la team because the longer the duration of the Nawetan, the more burden team will come sort of. So plan on the follow this year, before this coming season, whether we can play night games. We want to put that one in.
Hansa in ka tentu bucket wrong, kalamur lal fanan tentu bucket wrong ke jai, ka fale Hansa in ten wrong, bale Brikama box pa mini stadium le, mi along ko wrong, ning Lamin Dembajang mi along ka tele kana Brikama sports committee la chairman tin natele be kacha soto ka ngam la kacha nying, abe wati jamata le bari ko Dembajang be mela janne bi. Dembajang, during your tenure, you had 2 incredible initiatives. First, we will start with the late Suleiman Kuyate Intercabilo tournament, and also to the how do I even put it? That is the box bar day. But first, we will talk about the late Suleiman Kuyate tournament. We're still going to get back to the local language. Dembajang, you initiated the late Suleiman Kuyate Intercabilo tournament. The initiative ni about another nyadi.
Comme ça nga foy ñame dorong everything ndebe mi rekam to fa ne na mo wala mo the sustainability of Brikama Sports Committee and Brikama United. And we are put in these positions. Not can have dorong ka position of man. Bari yen kay ñinel ko ñana sino la ka si kamira ntolbe revenue generate la ñaadi la. Me kodo sot la min tole isi muna keno isi box ba use no ñaade la pour nga kodo soto pour member Brikama Sports Committee ni Brikama United or Brikama United other teams sol sambala mi nga lonko nanyem fen soje ñew na police line ma fango mo kantingo lebeje men na lonko is rented but unfortunately covering the national cost in that operation clear the road, it was one of the areas that we were also a victim yo kantingo be boy jela. Fortunately ba boy la wato men it was very close to the renewal of that contract. I think we had only 3 months before the expiry of the contract to renew. So nata yo kanting be boy. So we kaje ko part of our money gamen so before be tatala. There was la kotake. So nata seeing the man ngamiran ko, what can we do? Let's initiate something. Would be a bit different from now. To bring our youth together. Ni na nawata no jibe, ni nyamba jibe. Team Sabala beje, you have Jaliba, you have Puntalana, you have Scoville. So the youth in Nyamba dam spread nyun dam male tema. Sometimes the malka ka rival let, even though they are all in the same catchment area. But alanga fennati ba me alango. Mtul dam mal me siri na kabilo kam. Minala nyoka nyadi let to become one. Go, let's bring an intercabilo tournament. It was not something that was initiated by us. You remember, maybe others will tell you, many of them became our football long time ago. Okay. It was once played here, although Alabanta Nyaming was a bit ugly. Start, some people started raising that eyebrows. But Koko in the Nibe Duna Kendo, hadi ya make so ye fan kanta sometimes you get what you want from it but alhamdulillah dun ta kono so kabrin sita ngam mira ko alla ngam mira fenna ban da mal ngam ngam mira ngaje ko lefta fenne natila mfota dula dola bar ntuwo jose no min dole to compensate ntuwo jose no min dole pour nga fen soto utumo len nata ni da kabilo ni organize we wrote to all the kabilos we wrote to the alcalde of Brikama we wrote to some of the surrounding men like Jalambang, we wrote to the alcalde, Manduar, we wrote to them. This is what we want to do, and we want the villages or the kabilos to participate as one. So, niko nyambai la mo malafa jala jaliba open the land or skobil no ko nyambai. So, ninko Manduar we want one. Ninko Jalamba we want Jalambanting. Thank God, the response rate was very good. Everybody embraced it, everybody take it on board. So we came together, we sat down, we put our organizing committee together, we went into the tournament and it becomes one of the most successful tournaments ever in this country.
So you must have challenges along the line because a tournament of that magnitude organize must also have some challenges. Were you able to acquire some challenges during the course
of course, definitely there are challenges. And there will always be challenges, especially if you're initiating something for the first time, or not for the first time, but it has not been organized for a long time now. Maybe many will do organize, none of them are now in the system again. So you would definitely have challenges, and we had the challenges. And one of the challenges is some of the kabilos do tanyo kono.
Yeah.
How do you decide who is qualified to play for who? That came in. Some are saying, no, akela janale, brala domuro bebe janale. No, those things came up. No, but Karibe Sate Bakono, but Akela Nyambai. Yeah, during the tournament we had an appeal case about somebody.
So Ali think
no, we for us Ikela Daming.
Okay.
It's your place.
Okay.
That is how we demarcated that.
Okay.
We said go ite mare Ikela Daming, Walter Moyati. Mbeka wuli janne nkalla janne ngata janne masiroto domur wato to ko domur wato mabi mfama be janne barante la bungo be janale wolto muyata no janne we had an appeal case in during the tournament for somebody e ko hani abe steering nemala no barabe all the way in Jidala Bang or so we went and verified but unfortunately I was even part of those who went and verified that with the secretary and I think the head of the organizing committee kamre foto da bundade the first musino wonji malam bota dam korda bunda fa ngoto karile atijam o man tara jan sayno o bota jan junal abe wafiro la korda bunda ay wol folo amalam fon nata men akonye o man tara jan folo do jango bota jan junal alam so sawnda jidal so immediately wo fo nyadro o duma hanim man dande tata men na we know go obviously this is a donde ndol tonda na wol nyaman setan nada and then the appeal case was concluded and then they wrote back to the particular team that appealed, and then it was done and dusted.
Of course,
but those challenges were there, and then the other issue was kabilo ekodol datale kabilo lafa nyoka. But nko hani kabilo damale. Ngatala alala mol kafunyo male dalam. Ning is not about by force you should win, but what we want is unity among the mal mesiri nyoka. Maybe now we know in talale or other things in talale, but in the man nata nyinkandro we will be one. We will know. It's sometimes when more the kabila kilokona alma nyolong, but kabila ko kabila tournament doro. Say kabilo kono momo nimbe jabe aja ko mbele tamunyende. Mbe nata kafuta nyoma mbe kada kilente. Modol da mal fendita nyoka wodo. Wolfang malon ko da mal be kabila kilente. Hanate e kanyoje silo kambal fo karibe jana fata jan bangolo.
Aketale, and it was a successful tournament. Abekela ko temfate kala.
Pa abekela ko teke.
Nina.
We are planning to have, in fact, very soon, by end of this month, going into early January, we will send the information out to the public who we want to start our intercabilo tournament. And the plan is this year, left up to start Juna Domandinke, like 2 weeks before Sunkaro. Ninga start 2 weeks before Sunkaro, Bajala from Babana Sunkaro Konale, Babana before Sunkaro for the last 10 days, because the majority of the society believe in a Muslim society, and more Beka left at Sunkar Suto Salola. Adu Malafika Duna Kebal Fanan Kasida, Sunkaro Mudina Carolity, last day, Sunkaro last 10 days of Fanamo Fended Batuatolete, Hana Gemo Cabana Janet Suto Salo that Barry, Honey be Mimbe Dulka of Yesino, Janibra Suto Salo, Bajala Gemo to Batandela. ben night games will play no ngaba before the last 10 days of Sunkaro ni mom final play non sta play salo wato wala ni mga play non sta play no o Sunkaro nyim fam kono ba lafta kala wala nyama nyina
Dembajang, the tournament attracted a lot of people and a lot of money. Ni mol benta dami mol ka fu nyolo ko ko ali o Suleiman ko tournament fam play akodo nyim mu mebele the plan ali a plan nyaadi le like the money generated abakala no nyaadi
pa kabri ya fanya ko initiative nyen nada men tola ko it was a compensation for the candidates men yalon ko ibeta o canteen ka kodo men dina siatale in addition to the 10 canteens nim canteen dingol min bebije they pay on a monthly basis 2,500 that's a huge amount of money. It all goes to Brikama Brikama United and then the basket and volleyball kodo nyim sotota kodo to nyawo sotota last year tournament tole nim no mo fo mon emanto nya kodo sotota le because mol finditale people come from all the way from Serekunda to come and watch that game. Exactly. All the way from Bakau. Kanaka game on Indibe. And I was talking to the president of Serekunda East. Akonya ko Sierra Leone money no nyinal tem money. Ifanam bakela. So alhamdulillah wom damma mun to le kontaan kula de dunia ne ku ken do dade mo le aje ko ken nyan fana nyan nakle fana ko mun na konto o mun dol fana kontaan kula de. Bare to nya ko do men so de beta da Brikama United le kunna. Dolbo na opile la wato men otumo our coffers are dry
modol ya fole
fanko our coffers are dry.
Some part of the money should be given to late Suleiman Kuyate, either his family or people close to his family for wol nene mira taleba natare mira wala natare mam mira. You have plans pour ka wasi fal
wol mira kenel let baram fananga mira le adan kabrum final opile ta wol katale na fendi family la okay. At the final kabrum final lokata delegation ota the family yale you feng hand over hand natra doyata baro kodo nana buka mos but feng hand over the family donc hanin nyanam fana ningake nga nimu nyata ko to still be the same tournament the same name and then the family would also be aware and something would be given to the family.
There comes the Box Bar Day in another initiative under Dembajang's leadership. Miro nyim fo botamento le pour ka lum kere ka fo Box Bar Day.
I pahani be comme ça fe ngam fo doron ntol be jam moro fo ninke wolele be jam pour Brikama na dal satawol bele membe nat la ñokam pour kan athletes sol mako to showcase their talent. You see last year na Box Bar Day is a good initiative but butung alla na achievement ñin doyata la lafta kala ñom baro lafta membe la lafta eventual membe kala je mawulu be keno lafta programme mum fanan na suto man na fanan be so no because man na Brikama artisol be so no lafta so la ñami wo initiative fanan kata ñami we were talking to a partner me along ko na memorandum of understanding initiate not necessarily us giving him money or him giving us money but also to help us in terms of how to come with plans how to make Box Bar at least a lively place. So the idea of Box Bar Day came from him. He sold the idea to us. We look at it and that's a good, very good initiative. Then we start working towards implementing the plan. And thank God it worked because we target the area council. How do we target the area council? We said now the tournament is going to be between the 4 wards of Brikama. Nyambai ward, Kembeje ward, Marakisa ward and Suba ward. As football, we play in the morning, we play the final in the evening. And to bring area council, to drag area council into it, because the moment we target the wards, we now target the 4 councillors many are represented area council. Then that gives us the leverage to get to the chairman of the area council to come and be the chief justice of honor. And we have plans to do it this year also. And then this year we definitely want to make it a big one. Become some other logistics, some other events now like athletics, kids, I don't know, draft, volley, basket, between the wards. Put it up the Malay, not in your camp, and then generate some funds. Even we also want to bring in these food sellers to come and be selling their foods, drinks, water, and so forth, because we want to have it a whole day program from the morning till the following morning. because daytime program we want to use the basketball lawn for program. All the artists in Brikama, ST Nala Molmo will be there for the whole night, and then people would come there, and then our athletes would also enjoy.
How important are these initiatives? Initiative also Brikama Sports Committee, and how cooperative are the artists? By the artists, they are key stakeholders in this.
The initiative is definitely helping Brikama Sports Committee, because that recognition that Brikama Sports Committee initiate, and it is bringing the youths together. It is helping the athletes. That is why we are here. Yeah. In addition to the revenue, the money that is being generated at the gate. So that is definitely good for Brikama Sports Committee. In terms of the cooperation of the artists, I think last year Wole Batande, one or two of the artists fought the way we want them. I think they have their own principles. Sometimes they don't play within 1 month, 2, 3 programs at the same venue. So because of a lot of advertisement, we cannot go back and change. No problem. Let's go ahead with this. Since this is not going to be only for this year, it's going to be a sustainable program every year. So next year, when we come, we will also see how, and then we will negotiate with them so that they are also in the picture from the word go, and then that we will select would favor everybody. And we'll move on.
You spoke about the pavilion. The other pavilion is also on the way. Yeah. And Mojama, you spoke to them. They will tell you box bar ni tada the major problem fans will come in role in the low isingola format ni mumie bang. Ebika chance ora purka si Brikama Sports Committee, Alimum Planet, so pavilion near Bangasatariano Nyaming, and we all know that these 2 pavilions or the 3 pavilions aren't enough here because Moming Kadum box badge and Atamita Buloni singular. And looking at the other side, Molbekatan Lori singular. What other plans do you have to have enough pavilions at the box bar ministry? Or that is something that's a no-go area? The quality pavilions or not?
No, I would never say never. We still have plans. We still have are knocking on doors.
With all the major challenges.
Yes, we still are knocking on doors. I mean, anything is possible. I will never say never. We will do our level best. Plans are on the way as soon as possible. Next we will definitely finish those ones. There's no doubt about that. But in addition to that, we still have plans to build another pavilion if the funds or the necessary the right partnership comes. We will still do it.
Most of the comparison Brikama, Box Burning, Serekunda is, and then some other centers. Ibafole Konia JGB pavilion lebe local and then the pavilion local. Muna na Brikama mantra woke kano.
Yes. Wobuka bayala momoranding abe nyantolo soto puruka compare. And momorand ekan lalo compare membe nyato. I would never deny the fact ko ni dunda Serekunda ministry de mokono. They have more pavilion than us, or they have better pavilion than us. But I will also argue we have a better pitch than them. And those comparing our pavilions to them have every right to do that. And I'm not blaming anybody. Maybe they don't know the operations of Brikama Sports Committee compared to Brikama, Serekunda East or Serekunda other sport committees. In fact, we can only be compared to Serekunda East. I can tell you for free. Serekunda is currently only have a volleyball team that they are sponsoring. And is it a volley or basket? I think it's a volley team. Yeah. Even that volley team, Olympic Africa is spending is sponsoring 90%. So, meaning Serekunda is whatever they're generating is either going to the teams or going to infrastructural development. They don't have a Brikama United team like a 4th division team. They don't have a 2nd division team. They don't have a 3rd division team in football, male. They don't have a female team. They don't have a basketball team. So Brikama, if you want to compare us, like with like, against Serekunda East, come and take Brikama United male and female from us. Every year, I'll build a pavilion in this park until it is full.
The money spent on Brikama United,
yes,
male and female, if that is taken away from Brikama Sports Committee, you'll be able to build a pavilion every year.
Let them start next year. I'll build a pavilion here. Anybody who wants to try it, come and take it from me. And I will graciously give you these 2 teams. You go and manage it. I will concentrate on Brikama mini stadium and I'll build a pavilion here next year.
So most of Brikama, come here for you. Brikama, major spending is on Brikama United,
male and female. Take them I'll build a pavilion here every year. Give me 2 years. This place will be full of.
Brikama and I believe the people of Brikama should have a solution to this. Brikama United last season struggled. They really struggled. What was the contributing factor?
A lot of factors. A lot of factors. From the players to the technicians to us even as management. A lot of factors. You see football, that is why they call it a team. Football is never an individual game. They always say this. It is good for a team to make a player great than a player to make a team great. Manchester United made Cristiano a great player. That is why when he left in 2009 or when, I can't remember, to Real Madrid, they don't struggle. Huh? But if Cristiano make Manchester United great, after he left, that year they will suffer. You see, Brikama was going through a transition.
Let's get back to the local language. I even forgot.
Sorry. Thank you, Pa. You see, Brikama bedaming, serung, batata le. Adung bata Brikama la bata mandam Brikama players on the Marafilokon. And even the technicians bata bejel. He come to Tolfang me along Contelebe manager and Dolphin and bata bejel. So a lot has been there. But Alhamdulillah, batata nyawnyarane. Dolphin management last year we were firefighting. Ninko firefighting wala nyintiko. Nkana le bi ko nyina be caring. Masibol me na boel. Nimboro ta to ngawda suki follow. Mbe pare lo bale ko masibo do hamana njana ngata fa. To ka vole firefighting. Imali buka sino kemira ka plan lande. Odu ete kata borda problem o tema dro be huol dana be suki ka. Bare liko banta wata men kana bula bila. No problem jamale fanan diagnose, no problem jamale fanam fangalong. And we started working on that kabrin liko banda. Well, alhamdulillah kabrin liko start la ngalong ko man ko fokk dol be siri ba fa han be junna sorola. To nyaw asike junna soroti nyaw nyarane. Bare last time man ni sorode. Starting brightly like this. I don't think I'm from Gambia. Before last year, up to this year, Kaliko win jam. Mafuka team benefit. The pride of every player. Player pruke from Lanyanto Jeko Antem player led. Ikalavinilla put a Liko win. Yeah. But Gambia as a club nearly win. You come on a cano. Because Kodomansia, Kodomankajida, because ni Liko win the wrong. Players of an expert, you have to do if we FNK or Kodome ya natina. But they fail to understand because Janit will go Kodonat later you spend 2 million on them. Need to low Liko win, you're only going to get 1 million.
1 million. Yeah.
So do you get any profit? No way, it's a loss. On top of that, near Liko win, Gambia Mobeke expect Liko. Inyana Gambia represented a CAF Club Championship. Nitata Club Championship. Jaman Dola West Africa jam. A canning team will pair. The Arab world, not Africans. Their league is equivalent to the European leagues. We see players coming from European leagues to come to the Arab League, to Morocco, Egypt, Tunisia, Algeria.
Brikama United had it once. Yeah, CAF Club Championship was in play once. I think this was sometime 2019. If my memory could serve me. How expensive is this?
It was not once. Brikama United played CAF Club Championship twice.
Twice, yeah.
Once under Basiru Bajo, and second under Victor Sam. I was the vice president. I was part of.
How expensive are these trips?
Extremely expensive.
United playing in other parts of Africa.
It's extremely expensive. Extremely expensive.
Brikama okay no at the time.
It was tough. I remember when we won, or when we were going to play the last game, our promise to the boys, go play and win that game. Even if it means breaking our heads, we'll break our heads for Brikama United to participate. And we were able to do it with the support of very good people within our society. We were able to do it, but it was definitely expensive among dia. Because 3 points from the spent is not less than $3.5 million. So Danyami, for me, don't find the executive of on the or executive of on the but alhamdulillah, Brikama sports committee Mamalo, Brikama as a society Mamalo, the players will find Mamalo, Najanko Mamalo because they had a very respectable performance against Raja Casablanca in the Gambia here. The thinking was they will come here and beat us and take us to Morocco and beat us. But alhamdulillah, we give them the right for their money. The game ended 3-3. When we went to Morocco,
they had other plans.
It wasn't easy. Yeah, because Niajam Kama easy. It is used to a pavilion. Less than 10,000 people Kadunje farm. They had in a national pavilion, the leg game all Kadunje. The nation of pavilion of 50,000 capacity.
And will cheer against you.
Yes, exactly. You don't have a fan. So our boys, they were playing and they give their best. But Raja was way above us in terms of football, in terms of the finance, in terms of the organizations, in terms of anything. I remembered, because every CAF game, when you play, the total number of spectators, the total number of gate takings, in dollars, you have to enumerate everything and report it to CAF. The match commissioner then, I was the one working with him on that analysis. Before the game starts, I sat down with him. He told me, he gave me a form how everything should be done. And after the game, when we do our calculation of the gate takings and so forth, the number of tickets sold, the guy look at it and said, he laughed.
That was in the Gambia?
That was in the Gambia. Oh, yeah, he laughed because, because our money was even less than $25,000. Let me tell you that. Even Brikama, sometimes when we play finals here, we get sometimes around $96,000 or even $100,000. But this was at the stadium. But additionally, it also coincided because this was a day before either Korite or Tobaski. No, a day before Tobaski in the Gambia. So you can understand a lot of people were busy on selling on the preparation for Tobaski. So not a lot of people went to the stadium. So it happened that way when we did everything, and then the following, I think that was the night the Moroccans left. Then after 2 weeks, Gambia had to go there. Within that, we had to break our heads and get the funding to ferry the delegation from here. And I would say we must be very thankful to the Minister of Youth and Sports. I think they were able to give us 15 air tickets. Yes. Initially, we thought they would give us the money, but said no, give us the names. So we give them the names, and they were able to pay for 15. In fact, that was why we were able to go with at least 35 people, because that was never the plan. But because we get that support from the ministry through tickets, so we had no option to get that number and go with it. Yeah, but
we are talking about the last day struggles of Brikama United, and then we diverted to the CAF Club Championship. Of course, yes, you had a lot of problems right from the players, the technical members, and also a lot of other areas. And this was at a time when you planned to sack the head coach Rapper. Could you remember? I contacted you for an interview. It was never materialized. And I now have the opportunity to ask you the same question. We are still getting into English. Iko Rapper, alia plan le pour Kabay. He resigned.
Okay. Comme ça nga fanya men ko problem o siatale from the management, technicians to the team. Okay, now you bring me to the technicians. Yes. Okay. Problem will be even the technicians so yala. Comme ça fait daro ning aldamal be do ko la. Ñu mo tal tema. Wala be kere num before. And we were getting the rumors until Natalo Akunto. Lota Akunto Nyadela, because it manifested Akata Mobe Nyala Philo Kona. When the technical director of the team was denied from sitting on the bench. And when we were employing SAR, it was something that was demanded by the public. Kabiri Mulea Maiko, SAR has resigned from Bombada. But before then, I, for one, when I came as a president, in terms of technicians to talk to, he was one person that I spoke to. But by then, he has already given his word to Bombada. And Kaiko, all the same. Brikama and Bombada are the same. There's no way out. I will tell you to leave Bombada. Let's be one together. You've served this team as a player, and God knows what can happen in the future. In terms of Sarla living in Bombada, Mamoy, after 2-3 days, somebody called me, a fan that Malong. I couldn't go, do you know what is happening in town, Mr. President? Guy go no. Konyo Sar has resigned from Bambada since last week. Why are you sure go high? Konyo, can't you guys go for him? Okay, in the middle of the season. Okay, and then the closeness of Brikama to Bambada. Okay, sometimes that's a very difficult challenge. And in the society, na hadamaya fongon sometimes. Mafuko nimmo mukata mo jawoti. Mafala resign of an jawi but they feel otherwise. Okay. So but then wala okola, not some approaches sort of even from the technician side. Oh, he will be a good addition. Then us as management, the man not Sinyoka, so I was tasked to call him as a president and talk to him. Then another call one evening. I mean it and I hope I will be able to work with the current technicians. This was something that was requested by them. Okay. Before my sal appointment, my sal command meeting need to from basic to the technicians. Now it's going to be the technical director. A liaison between he will be responsible for technicians, then to the team manager and the general management. This was made very clear to them. Because this is what is going to happen. So they started, things were improving along the line. Otherwise, maybe somebody feel otherwise. Maybe this guy is here to get my position or what. That's human nature. Human beings naturally are jealous. So they started having some issues. Results started going other way. Some people started talking. And not directly, but from outside, are very observant, are always here. Technician, but they observe things and see what the daily activities started turning otherwise. Until that particular Medina game, because
I was here in the day.
With Brikama struggling, Liko Corner. When we started the FF Cup, we all said, this FF Cup is ours and we must win it. That we were all thinking that win. Because we had a feeling Medina should not stop us. So, just before the game, that incident in Qatar, Medina Natambote, we all had a feeling, if we were not careful, the worst would happen. So we had no option. We said we need to call these people to come. But unfortunately, we could not get all the technicians to come. Because what we want is to sit at the same table, hear from them all, and take a decision that you either do this or we act. We give a second chance, second day for a meeting again. Still now the same people could not turn up. As management, sometimes you have to take decisions. Even though those decisions might not be the best decisions or might not go down well with some sections of the society, but you know the task that lies ahead and the responsibility on your head. So we had no option but to take that decision. Whether the decision was to sack, the decision was to retain, but unfortunately, we had that meeting at night, and the following day, we received a resignation letter.
But you also had plans of getting him off.
Well, we had plans to sit him down, and then have a mutual understanding, a mutual agreement, and said, please give way.
Maybe he also had an insider within your camp.
Could be. That's human beings. I'm not denying that.
He resigned, and then here came Sar as the head coach for Brikama United. But sorry, we will get to that later. Brikama la zonal team, West Coast zonal team.
Yes.
Kabirin zonal competition for ka start. Mo jama ba fole ko Brikama. Wol nyanta kala dulante Daniel ko maybe every year or two. Inyanta nyintum nomeno win la. Unfortunately, Brikama and a tournament win. The only time they lifted the trophy was in the Super Cup, and was Super Cup winning for more chance and was given to Brikama.
Yeah.
Dembajang, Mojama Yafoko, of course, yes. The right people were appointed to lead Brikama, and also Yemil appointed to lead Brikama all aren't doing the right thing. This is why Brikama is still unable to win the West Coast zonals.
Okay, pa abaraga bake woto kumata bake le yodo fo. You see, nde maybe more perception on but tonya wada nidu na momoro nda tournament kono beka no nyina kono ko la nga ni mina pour nga win barente fana mukala nyina je ko You judge me either I succeed or fail because I win or I did not win the trophy. Every tournament you're going into, you always have the belief that I can go and win it. But sometimes you look at the greater picture. West Coast Zonal Family Initiative Movement. Number one priority is to bring, if you look at the national zonal, it's 20 teams. The last time it happened, 20 teams. Out of that 20 teams, 11 came from West Coast. But sometimes when we go to national zonal for a meeting, West Coast teams from Damal don't speak the same language, and we are from the same region. Apart from KM, it is the only zone that had more than one team. All the other regions have one team. But when you look at KM, they speak the same language at those national zonal meetings. So we said, let's bring our zones together. One, our zones, we will know each other. The zone executives will know each other. That's one. Two, we will also know the potentials among us. Three, we will also give chance to our athletes that are playing football to showcase their talent, especially those who don't have the privilege to play in the second or first division. They will also showcase their talent so that it can make them marketable to the first and second division teams. These were the main objective. Winning the tournament is just secondary. The primary objective is that. And if you look at Brikama, if there is a father for that West Coast runner, it's Brikama, this box back.
Yeah.
That is why, since it started, you hear controversies. But Brikama has never been part of that controversy. And why? Because anytime they want to bring in, we will sit down and say, we are the ones baby-nicing all the other zones. If any zone is suffering, it's Brikama suffering more than any other team, any other zone in this West Coast zone. Because West Coast, Brikama is the center, Box Bar is the center. Box Bar belongs to every West Coast citizens. Yes, Brikama has never won it, but we've always performed respectably in that tournament.
You talk to most of the fans. It will a primary objective in that tournament is to see Brikama lift that trophy.
Well, that is true. Well, that is true, and we'll do our level best. I'm not a technician. I am also not a technician to identify players. I will not do that one. If I tell anybody I will do that, I will lie to you.
This was why Brikama.
No, you see, let me tell you what has been going around. What happened was, nobody thought that there would even be a West Coast zonal. Nobody thought it.
The expectation was we were going to have the national zonals?
No.
Okay. There was never going
to be national zonal.
Okay.
Because where I knew about it when GFF came out with their calendar, I didn't see any national zonal there. I know there was not going to be any national zonal. Because the last national zonal, I was the vice chair of the national zonal. So when we did not receive any communication to that effect, we had a feeling that there was no national zonal, even though at the dead end, they've sent a letter to us asking us whether we will do that. But then that's a story for another day.
Yeah.
Okay. The West Coast zonal, we thought it would not happen. Because Venkata was not started until we were at the dead end of it. So we never had a chance. So by the time information came out to West Coast zonal the start level, they only give a 2 weeks window. And if we want to go through all the bureaucracies, we will have a problem, especially Brikama in terms of decision making Benjamin. But before that, Brikama Sports Committee has already identified somebody, Shedko, start scouting players for Brikama United in conjunction with the head coach of Brikama United. So the guy has been identifying players, listing them all throughout. When we got the information call, West Coast Zonal be player. We said, okay, now that you've identified players, let's write to the technicians. Nana can select the technical committee to do the identification. The secretary wrote to them. They sent the letters to most of them through WhatsApp letter because time was taken. They came and said, you've identified players, bring us that list. We look at it in conjunction with what is being played. Because by then a lot of teams finance Italy. We will go through that, we add or minus, and then we give that one to the
whoever is coming to be selected as a head coach. What we did not do is to formally write to teams. We did not do that. But we individually call each and every team their representative to become a sports committee.
Thank
you very much. We did that.
Okay.
Because if we did not do that, teams can say, no, you are not going to train there.
So the list means that on your WhatsApp groups, what indication that Malaka player nangam.
Yes.
But all teams will contact player so and so have been invited.
What we did not do was to formally write and send that letter. We did not do that. And which we accepted. We are not human. We are also we are human. We are not perfect. We are bound to make mistakes. And when our attention was called to that, we accept that.
We've almost run out of time, and we will quickly drag back to this year's Brikama Summer Noita.
Yes.
Already at the climax, you're only left with finals. The knockout final and the league final. Give us your general assessment of this year's Noita.
Well, the knockout went well. Even though along the line we have some hitches here and there, I would not call it obstacles. There are challenges which are bound to happen, especially in administration of sports in general, but particularly in football. We were able to sail through. They were a bit tough, but thank God we passed through until we are at the last end of both the league and the knockout. And in 4 or 5 days' time, we're playing our knockout final. Then after that 4 days again, we're playing our league final on the 1st of January 2025.
You had sponsorship deals this season. Who are they, and then what are they offering to become a sports committee?
Well, we have sponsored for only the league, which is AfriServe. They are sponsored and they're bringing the trophy. 2 sets of jerseys for the 2 teams that are in the final.
That is the league final?
That's the league final.
No package for the knockout?
No package for the... It's wholly and fully sponsored by Brikama Sports Committee.
Okay.
And they're bringing $100,000 for the league.
That's AfriServe for the
league.
For the league.
For the knockout, there's no sponsor.
The final is on the 26th.
And there are individual prizes that are also going to be at the league. We have the best player, best goalkeeper, leading goal scorer, best fans club. I can't remember the 5th one, but there are prizes for those ones for the league.
Before coming down to the final question, Dembajang, what is the relationship between Brikama Sports Committee or Brikama United and the teams not only in West Coast but also teams living within Brikama at managerial level?
Well, you see, I will tell you, we have a very cordial relationship at managerial level with all the teams. If you look at Bombada, in fact, as yesterday I was talking to their management on something relating to both teams that will be very beneficial to us. So we talk at all levels, at managerial level, at fans level. You expect it to happen. Fans would always talk. Fans would always throw stones at each other. But for me, what matters is the players, you see them in the field. When they are playing game between them, they're still talking. They are not rivals, they're just opponents. At the end of the day, when the game finishes, it's inside the field. When the game finishes, you go your way, I go my way. We meet, we sit at the same place. So for me, there's no rivalry between us and any other team in Brikama or even in West Coast.
Y'all accuse the Kalibunda Sorana Bombada man.
No, you see, I think that was misunderstanding. And for me, I blame my technicians for that. And I take full responsibility, even though I was not in town.
That is Brikama Sports Committee?
Brikama, yes, as a president of Brikama Sports Committee and Brikama United, I take full responsibility of that. But I've addressed that. I've made my point very clear. Because after it happened, immediately it happened, I got some communication. Because we're now in an IT world, whichever part of the world you are, I mean, as far as you are online, you get everything.
Exactly.
So immediately it happened, I was notified, and I also talked to 1, 2, 3 people. I know the facts. Particularly what happened was, there was a game that's supposed to be played here like this. I think it was even this this academic tournament that was supposed to play there that particular day. And apparently communication was between the 2 head coaches that to give way to them.
That is Bombada
and Brikama, the 2 head coaches. They got their agreement that yes, we will come very early and train. One use half of the field, the other one use half of the field. That happened in the evening. The previous day before that particular day, it happens in the evening. When they all went home, I'm not sure whether the head coach of Brikama
United had a change of mind but never communicated back, or what? Then the guy assisting our team manager, when Brikama United came in first, he just locked the door. But the head coach of Brikama United said he wasn't aware. He only knew that the door was locked when he got a call from the team manager that, why did you lock the door? Because you agreed that Bombada should also come in the morning. So that was why he also called this boy to go and open the door. But by the time the boy go and open the door, Bombada was also grumbling outside, said, you know what, now it's okay. Because this was something that we agreed.
That was few days before the game between Bombada and Brikama.
So if you change your mind and you didn't communicate to us, now we will not disturb you. Continue with your normal training. When our time comes, we will also come. Now it is the academic team that will suffer. That was how it happened. But we've addressed that, and I told them it should never happen. If you're not going to agree to anything, no matter how difficult it is, tell them no. They will understand and you tell them the truth. But you cannot tell me, yes, you go and have a change of mind, you don't communicate, and you allow me to come that early morning, and then you don't allow me to enter the field. It's absolutely wrong. That should not happen.
Two final questions.
Yes.
Final on the preparation of the final on the 26th and the order on the 1st.
The final for the 26th is definitely on Hijja, and then we're almost done with that. Teams have been paid a preparatory fee. I think it's $10,000 each. And the other logistical problems have, logistical arrangements have also all been put in place. That's the medals, the trophy, and also have already been put in place.
What are we expecting to see that we've not been seeing at the Boxbar Mini Stadium when it comes to finals? Are we going to see something special, or it is still going to be the same Brikama Summonawet and final?
Which teams are going for the knockout final?
It is Sandosu and Manduar United.
Come to Boxbar, the place will be full to capacity. I mean, Manduar would never fail you. Sandosu for 18 years, they've not been in the final. So they will be here in numbers. Come and see football on that day.
And on the first final, so it's also going to involve powerhouses.
Kabafita.
That is Kabafita and
after going through the heartbreak, was it 3 years back? Kabafita is there.
Exactly.
And they definitely want to make history. Kuto Jumbo, the surprise packages.
They were in the knockout final last year.
Giant killers.
They were in the knockout final last year. They lost, and they will want to make amends.
No, they want to make amends, and they've beaten teams, cup winners, along the line to get to the final.
Dembajang, we will get this in the local language. Kabirim final will fund it, price will fund it, I could take it on that certain. And now on the Brikama Sports Committee, Ali Akalamdal. Kabrali Woje, what were some of the reactions from the committee?
Gambia
for the first time Brikama coming up with $100 ticket.
Yes,
that's it.
Reality. Hanna tare yemo eko mole ko ticket on dalas lulati bafala siata. Bar comme ça fait be ko le fanan jibe la. Mona mo Brikama Sports comme the responsibility. Comme ça nga fo nyame ni knockout men kana play man sponsor total. Ni knockout men kana play the winner is 50 and the runners up is 40. That's $90,000 only. We give each team $10,000, $20,000, $110,000. $110,000 would go out. Bobon Lamin Dembajang final lot. Nimman now also the Jordan, that means it's a loss. So we'll end a ticket of $100 system. You can bring $100 system. More complain on social media and so forth. Kuma jamala fata. But no expect it. Hanna ngaka 50 lati ba fala siata because normal ticket is $30. But the main bije dorom we have channel of communication and we also have stakeholders. They could have engaged us ko asiata. The sonna men na dorom moye fang imposing kam. Because the ticket price is entirely ours. We determine it. Nobody determined for us. And we will not allow anybody to determine it. We will listen to concerns. We will listen to issues raised by people. And we will put into consideration. Yes, il a nyanto na mpuru complain. Il a nyanto na mpuru ndrofana ngala moila. Na haji bembe mako la nyade. But in the sonna men na wala mko moye fenna ya imposing can by force. No. Mo fana ma right sort. So wala tin kabrin diam hol siata ngaje ko timo dol tata yake social media to panan diam tala ngai tan ko man ira dum ka sifta woto o timo mon to la direct stakeholders is nano yale ya fanya ko Dembajang lafta nga singa kacha alle ni fo den sonda le bare alle ma ko ni nyinto timu do wakala yes safa later on directly ya samana ya nga jibe nga kacha o ko la ndama na si ko de murta bak ngo alle ma nyin jibe ton le nyin fo bar han bel nga jibe mo bu ka ku ke no dama ko ko ke min mol min kanala football o jibe wolle nyin concentration saya le ngadi hanna tay lafta men nan tafta no law baral nga karake ifana karake nya kara dola wala nan nata jinde no ngo $75 nga ka 100 le nga 25 jinde na ifana 25 la hana saya bende 75 na mamera wo obe wonyan na kala kuuto me alon ko mo nyan na complain ko do bor even do kabre no 75 o fana nata na fly bala daro no moldo je ko do hanbi modol mamman sila ngaje ko hanna tare man ni gol kam fo wado do ba hanna tare graso bonka itamita dole ko bare ka fonyo e ka kan fa engano o bu ka bayno je
so the ticket prices will be $75 for both the knockout and the league finals.
For now, I can tell you ticket prices for the knockout is $75. We might go to $100 for the league.
For the league,
yes.
Okay, finally, Dembajang amra ko mira jambakale and nga kalam da fanan ko you have some busy schedules and then ni bota jay bita la do leto. Finally, yemu advise les or whatsoever information you will left like a means here before letting you go.
Yeah, memang folanda Brikama sports committee la stakeholders we have an open door policy. The mojam hale can call individuals men go might not even be team representatives. When they see issues they call and tell me, when they are concerned they call and tell me, and my doors are open to anybody. And likewise our stakeholders ning call kada e ko kurin ninjoro ite issue sotara amete nyaba doro kumandro okay my number is readily available anywhere. You can call me and tell me what is happening. I mean, I remember somebody called me about complaining about this. Akonya ko ngaja page akonya ko I'll come for you at midnight. Kay midnight. So coming over afongo jelada akonya ko yes I'll call you. And I'm going midnight, but there was another day he called me. He was laughing and he raised a very important issue. Kay no problem. And those are genuine people. Many are always there for us. Yeah. Although it will be satisfied no, I do more diamond to all buy no. I do I'll tell you for free, whatever more in the mem from ma, function them, it is their right. What I will not do is I will never hold grudge against anybody. Maybe ella understanding them, or that's how you see things. But you are my enemy. Never. I won't do that. For the fans coming to watch, let's come and cheer up our boys. It's the final. There will only be one winner. It could be you, it could be the opponent team, but let's take the results in good faith. Our men in uniform in the middle are also human beings. They are not perfect, but let's take our chances also as players. I know football is only won when you score one more goal better than your opponents. If you don't score a goal better than your opponent, you cannot win. So that's the only thing that counts in football. So score that goal more than your opponents, you are there. If you don't, you will be the loser. Thank you very much, sir.
On that note, Carton to Bakadron Kajai, finally, we've now come to the tail end of the entire proceedings at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. That was an incredible interview between LSTV1 and the President of Brikama Sports Committee. Atol lebe ya monyo la drum Brikama nkolo oto kamala drum me program monyo dan la jale nimi be kaya soto kanto wala Brikama Sports Committee la President bate Mr. Lamin Dembajang ngala watu jama badam oto kamala ma mol fanan tentu bake ngejay mol mi alon ko drum ibe bulakam program monyo oto kamala be continue la kanajam pour ka interview di mol la mili alon ko wala be marlim football ojo oto kamala kal tentu bake kal jay al nal bade malan drum Parliament fati mimbe nya camera to drum as usual wala Osman Kamara ka mobe tentu bake drum ke jay fo wati